nothing more relaxing than going out with your pet frog and collecting some chitin and having to fend off 3 crocodiles. Yeah, that happens all the time. Oh my goodness. Yep, I was just out here getting some cementing paste. Actually, I should say, not chitin. And 3 crocodiles came out of the water. Come on, you are a tough one, aren't you? I'm gonna get you though. Bam, 19. Alright. Best way to actually try to find bugs, bait them out. As soon as something dies, they come out of the woodworks. And as soon as you attack one of them, anything around nearby will come after you as well. What is that? That's a Carno. That is indeed a level 7 female condor. Lucky for you, I'm going to spam a bunch of meat, and we're going to go after that one. But yeah, so yeah, I've been busy. Very busy. In fact, I've been so busy, we got 2 beers waiting for us at home, which take 6 hours each. No joke. I thought maybe it would make a whole batch. No. 1 beer takes 6 hours to make. There you go, you're stuck. Or free, I mean. Come at me! Come at me, Missy! But, this frog's a beast. It's getting a little shaky here, but I think we should make it. Yep, got it. We're going home, though. Very soon. But yeah, I've been busy. I went off and I decided we really needed to refill on our narcotics. So I did, like, gosh, a 3-4 day project where basically I'm going to get on top of a rock real quick here and feed this guy where it's nice and safe. I went and cleared out like a big chunk of area near our place where it was relatively flat. And what I did was I used the mammoth, I cleared out the trees, and then I got a bunch of berries doing it as well. Well, I got rid of all the berries except for the narcotics, went home with the wood, did this 2-3 times until I cleared out a really good sized chunk, and then I went back in there with a Dodicarus and got all the stone that was out of there. Because I'm getting tons of flint and stone up on the mountain, I needed just stone for either building or ammunition for stuff, or maybe turning it into cementing paste. But got tons of stone with that, and then I went back in there because plants regrow so quickly, and I went back in there with tiny, like, literally the area was so big that by the time I made a circle and started, or got back to where I started, the plants had regrown. And so I did that like 2-3 times until he was completely full of narcotics, thatch, wood. I got stuck here. And so that was insane. And so I did that, got tons of berries, made a bunch of narcotics, and then redid it. By then, of course, some of the trees had regrown, but you get tons of thatch with that guy. Seriously. I missed my exit. Right over here. There's this little walkway, and sometimes it's kind of sneaky. But yeah, so I've been busy gathering resources, just mainly for stuff. As you can see, all the torches are lit up because I need, oddly enough, charcoal. I had so much charcoal before, literally a chest almost full of it, and now I'm running low on charcoal, and I have more spark powder than I do charcoal. So yeah, another hint at what I have been making. Let's grab all these goodies. Actually, you know what? You can have those. Good frog. Alright, get that. I'll keep that on you for emergency cases. I don't want to do that. I want to switch those. What am I doing with this? I'll shoot. I like to keep in shape. I like to work out, you know, do a little running, hunting by myself, and then when I come home and I got these stupid lousy spears that I don't need anymore. I shouldn't say they're not lousy. They're fun. I love these spears. I go and do a little practice. Missed that one, but I usually get it. Yeah, I just throw them out the window. Sometimes I hit stuff. All of a sudden I hear music, and I go out there and there's a parasaur running around with a spear in its butt. I'm like, sorry, parasaur. And he's like, you darn kid. Let's see, what else has been going on? Other than that, we haven't been doing much. I've been kind of waiting for things to spawn. There's tons of Gallimimuses all over that place. So I'm just letting those go. Where is so-and-so? Now that I'm done, you can go forth and do your stuff. Yep. I had him on disable because it takes forever to get the big guy in and out. So we did that twice, though. Literally, I went out here. Let's even see if that's still showing up. I cleared such a big swath. And I got so many berries. I made so much narcotic. My chest is full of it. It's not full completely of narcotics. There's lots of arrows. But as you can see over here, all the trees are regrowing. But Um, yeah, I started right over here. I made a big old swath. You can see where a lot of the rocks... Well, actually, dang it. All the rocks are respawning, too. Well, anyways, I made this huge swath right around here. This huge swath. And literally, every time I made that full circle, the plants had regrown where I started. So I just started collecting them all over again. So that was pretty cool. So we got tons of narcotics. I got tons of gunpowder. Show you that in a little bit. I went up to the mountains. I got tons of metal, smelted that. So we're pretty much ready for anything that comes. Where's the gunpowder chest? Boom. It's literally full of boom stuff. Almost getting there. Been busy. I'm busy. Here's the beer. Up to 2 beers now. I can't believe that takes 6 hours just to make the 1 beer. What else has happened? Let's see. 1 second. Oop. Bumped my mouse. Oh, the bird's grown up. Little bird brain is fully grown up, so now I have to, test him out. Let's go ahead and bump up some levels on you. You need to get outside, but I'll probably use little bird brain. That'll be our first task with him. I made him a saddle for the XPs. Like, literally, look on my XPs. This was almost empty when we last left, and that was because I've been making narcotics and gunpowder and whole bunch of crazy stuff. This is actually done now, should be. Yep. Take this out. More narcotics. Do I have enough to make 1 more? I do. Look at that. Alright, so we throw in 1 of those. Click, and then I will eat this berry because it's a shame to go to waste. Yum. Okay, let's go throw this in there. I don't have enough room for all this stuff. What do we not need in here? I don't really need that many arrows, so let's go and consolidate some of these batches. Throw that in there. And I got enough room for 1 more batch, right? Yep, okay. Actually I do need these. I don't find as many trank narcotics as I used to find. Trank arrows, I should say. Just throw them in this one. For giggles, and then paste. Throw that in there, and then this goes in here. And I'm just gonna throw those on the ground because I have tons of rotted meat. Alright, done. So yeah, that one's grown up. Are you almost grown up? You are finally grown up. Here we go. 1 ball is finally an adult. How many levels have we gotten? I just got tons of stuff on it. Melee. The first thing we want to do is just bump up your melee for more rock collection. Actually, your melee is 142. I didn't even check to see what your parents were compared to them. 142, and that was after I upgraded it. Of course, they've been upgraded multiple times. Yeah, 134. What did I... Your mom is... right over here. That's right. And I'm close by in case I need more stone. And yeah, I've been pumping this one, so it was pretty close. Probably the same as your mom. Crusher's over here. I've been pumping up his melee. He's up to 212. Destiny's here, and then the other one's up on the roof. I'm thinking, I'm almost tempted, but we're so close to level 80 that I'm just going to get the platform saddle. I just keep swapping around. It's nice to have saddles on everything. Why did I close that? For you, we want to pump melee. I feel like that's going to be something nice to have, a bird with really good melee. So if we decide to use you for getting prime meat, you're ready to go. Because your daddy's super quick and your mommy's got weight capacity. So it would be a good kind of combination mix right there. Can I get this one out of here without dropping it? No, but at least it's out of the doorway. Too many dinosaurs. Too many dinosaurs. That'll be the next time. Next time we do this, we're not going to go this crazy. We're going to do meats and stuff. I'm usually probably going to do a lot of carnivores, but not so many dilos. Not so many dilos and packies, that's for sure. Because I didn't even use the Paraceratherium yet, even though that's what I got all those EX for. Collect these real quick. In fact, let's go and show you all the Gallimimuses out here. There was tons earlier. There's not really, well, I haven't checked, to be honest, but there weren't too many T-Rexes. There's a lot of Carnos running around. A couple Raptors here and there. Oh! big red dropped an egg, so that's another cool thing. We got another Gallimimus, or not Gallimimus, a Gigantosaurus egg. See, there's this Carno's been doing a rampage out here. There was actually a couple that were hanging out together for a little bit here. But yeah, I still haven't gotten a kangaroo to spawn. The only thing I can think of, see, look at the Carnos, there's two over here now. Is I might have to go in like a swamp biome kind of area and live there. And kind of let them just spawn in. I'm thinking that's kind of what's going to need to be done. Otherwise, wipe the whole thing and let them all respawn, which could be another tactic. We said that before, and I was going to do it, but then I was like, I got those big ones I wanted to tame. And then, of course, the big ones that I want to tame disappeared, probably because of some updates. Automatically swapped out some of the dinosaurs. We'll see. But yeah, as you can see, there's quite a few of them running around here now. So these things are spawning in. That's great. It's just I don't think we're in the right area. The only thing I can think of, I need to go and try out around the volcano. I haven't been around it the whole time, so that's another place the kangaroos like to spawn is on there. Otherwise, I thought the swamp for sure would get something, because there's always something in there spawning. Oh, by the way, that's what it was. We gotta go back to the swamp real quick. We need to do some more movement on this guy. It's just a little too slow for me. I'm gonna leave the Carnos killing because it always helps with spawns. And they're not too much of a pain in the butt as raptors are. Raptors are just chasing everything. They get in groups. They're always trying to chew up my walls to get in. It's just a pain in the butt. Actually, let's go and see if there's one in the pond. So I mentioned before that they updated the fish. And I was hoping it was kind of a test run to see if they're going to do that with dinosaurs. And it's basically... I don't see one in here. Well, there's fish, but what I'm talking about, there's a big one. I saw a big one earlier. They have different sizes. I went on a rampage with Luke, and I got a bunch of meat for the baby dinosaurs. And I went on a rampage, and I got so much fish. Literally half his weight was just full of meat from the fish. But I've seen them range from half, and I killed a big one. It was huge, and I think it was called 2.5. Let's go ahead and see. There was one in this water here. I decided to leave it. There it is. Look at that thing! That thing is huge. Alright, let's go ahead and land here. Should be pretty safe. There's a little monkey. I don't think he's going to cause any trouble. Thing I gotta do is, first off, because you are a new one, set you to passive. Okay, something's in this water and it attacks me. But look at a fish! They got so big! So if we go in here, there's a couple piranhas. Let's get rid of those first off. And a few more piranhas. Let's get rid of those too. Look at this guy. He's a 2.4 times. That means he's 2.4 times bigger than the regular normal size. See, there's some default ones in here that aren't even any big size. And they get bigger, they get smaller. Like I said, this one's probably, 0.7. I've seen them go to 0.5. But it's crazy how tiny and big these fish get. But watch this. I hate to do it to this big guy, but he's gonna spawn. Actually, let's see. What were you? 2.4, and this one's just 2. Okay, this one's 2 sizes. Normally, I get 13 pieces of meat from a fish. Watch what happens when I kill this. Yeah, 42 pieces of meat from one fish. That's insane. Can I get out of this? This thing is a death trap. Ooh, egg. Come on, egg. That's insane. So when you need meat, go for the fish. There is just so many fish usually in the water, and if you find one of those big ones, it drops way more meat than I could usually find from a dinosaur. That's just insane. Before I forget, let's throw that on you so it doesn't go to rot. Very nice. So today is kind of do whatever day. I decided to get a bunch of resources, so once we had the saddle, just taking a little check to see if there's anything around here. We'd go ahead and get the platform saddle as soon as I hit 80, and then we'll throw on a bunch of catapults and stuff. So let's go ahead and double check. I want to say I made a ballista once already, and I've made some more ballista rounds. I have to get more flint, oddly enough. I need flint for those, and I turned all my flint I had into spark powder. But let's go ahead and see if I made the catapult. Actually, I want to say I made the catapult. What else is there? There's a Gatling gun. So let's go see what we need for that. We're going to make a bunch of big guns, hopefully, and that should give us enough XP to possibly upgrade to level 80. Because look, I've hardly killed much except for the fish. It's just gone up crazy from all the XPs from crafting stuff, which is great. So let's go ahead and see what else we can make with big guns. Let's see. There's a wooden cage. We can't make, well, I hate to waste XPs on it because I got 774. We'll do 7. We can't use it because it's a PvP thing. Same with handcuffs. But I'm just curious to see how much it costs to make a cage. So we can't make, there's boats, let's see. Pillars. Don't need that. What else is in here that would maybe need? Handcuffs made out of smithy. We don't need to do that. I have so many tools. We don't need those. Bear traps. I know they don't work against your animals. They're more of a PvP thing again. So we made the catapult. We did make the catapult, right? I don't know why I put said catapult, but I made it. And then we got, oh, the ghillie armor. I have to go get polymer for that, organic polymer. We might have to go up to the north, actually. I do need some more silica pearls. Let's see. I don't want to do the greenhouse because I don't really need it and I don't have the room for it. Carnal gun. Where is it? There's a big old gun on this thing that we can make. Auto turret? No. Bunk beds. It's this fabricator? We could learn that. I've already made the helmet. It's pretty cool. Handy dandy light. Oh, the scuba gear. And the riot shield. I'm not going to make the riot shield because it doesn't work very good against dinosaurs, the shields in general. I've seen the homing missile and it's pretty cool, but it's super expensive. And it's a one-shot deal. But the scuba armor we could maybe make. We need a metal reservoir and the fabricator. Okay, fabricator was right up here. I remember I was going to make some of this stuff and then I forgot to learn all the stuff we need. Fabricator. Okay, let's go ahead and learn that. I already did learn a fabricator. Okay, I need to learn the metal reservoir, which means I need the other one. So let's just type in reservoir. So let's see. Need to make the stone one first. And then we learn the metal one. Okay. Then we just type in scuba. So now we can make that. And then I think that's it. I don't really need the mask. The mask helps you with your vision. I might make the flippers. And I have the torpor. I might as well make this one. It's 35. And I can't use that because it's scope attachment. Really? Heck, let's just make a full suit. Get it done with. And we'll test that out maybe one day when we go into the ocean. The ocean's not really much use right now. I mean, you can go to the north and get so many resources. It's ridiculous. Compared to, I mean, it depends. If you want to deal with the cold or you want to deal with all the nasty creatures in the water. With the cold biome, you can at least fly away much easier than trying to swim away, let's say, than that. So I find the north a little bit easier to get away, and it's a little safer, actually. I need some food real quick. I keep forgetting. Let's go ahead and just take a stack of that. Yummies. Alright, so we got stuff. I'm pretty sure I need polymer. Let's go ahead and see. We've got armor, scuba. So we can make that. What do we need for this? We need cement paste, silica pearls. Oh, yeah, silica pearls. And that. Where's the mask? Did I not make the mask? I didn't make the mask because I learned the mask. Scuba. There we go. Done. I'm pretty sure that's going to need crystals or silica pearls. Let's see. Armor, scuba. So I can make that, but I don't have enough polymer to make anything else. I need more cementing paste. Okay. And we need silica pearls. Do I have... Oh my goodness. What do we need? 7 silica pearls? I don't know if I have 7. Let's see. I got crystal. I got that goo. I got recipes. I don't think I have any more silica pearls. Nope. I am all out of silica pearls, guys. There's... No, that's the ballista. There's the catapult. There they are. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's go to the north. I'm going to get a bunch of stuff. I'm going to check on the houseboat. I forgot that I left it up there. I don't think I left any animals. I hope I didn't leave any animals. And we'll be back, and we're going to make some of this stuff. Just to see if we can get finished up with our XPs. Okay, I just had to come back, because for a second here, this mammoth was underground. I thought it had bred with a mole and become like a mammoth. But look at his color patterns. Pretty nice and bright on him, actually. He had a cool pattern, actually. If you come up here, a little spotted. Looks cool. Alright, skin some stuff real quick. And we'll go find some silica pearls. I'll show you guys where I looked and found a bunch last time, which was pretty neat. It's kind of dangerous, though, because the deep water makes it... Well, you know, you seen where I left the boat last time. It's on that coast. Over on that coast is where I left the boat, and there's a lot of shallow silica pearls you can find just underneath the water surface fairly easily. I'm just also looking to see if there's any new dinosaurs around here. It's so weird seeing dinosaurs in this really cold biome. We got Mr. Birdbrain for his speed. Some more moomuths. Or what was it? Melks? Melks, that's right, what we call them. Moose and elks. But right over here, you see this giant area where... Oh, there's a mammoth getting attacked by a T-Rex over here. Do we want to intervene? It's already dead. Oh no, there's some wolves getting intervened in there. It's only a level 3. Yeah, we'll let them go. But if you follow this down to the coast, you'll find this big... I'd probably call it like a bay. And there's a bunch of big chunks of iceberg floating on it. And underneath the iceberg is quite a bit of silica pearls. If you wanted to do it with like a mount and it wanted to be closer to this coast instead of that one, because if you're on a water mount, sometimes it takes a while to swim around, you know. And so this one might be a little bit easier on the east coast. I want to say this is the west coast. That's the north, so this is the west coast. But as you see, here it is. Only trouble is there's mega piranhas, and there's sometimes I saw megalodons swimming around here. But all you have to do is get on an iceberg and you can attack them. But as you can see, there's quite a few silica pearl patches. So we're gonna actually go and park here. It's also kind of nice because if you have a mount like this, otherwise you'd have to worry about your mount being on the coast the whole time you're underwater. But this way, I can just perch him right there on an iceberg next to me. And if things get dodgy, I can always jump on them and fly away, but nothing's really going to attack them because we're in the middle of the water. So I'm just going to grab a few of these real quick, and then I'll be back. Alright, made it back. That spot wasn't as good as I remember it. That other place, definitely by the boat, way more silica pearls, way easier to get, not so scattered. I forgot that they were so scattered around there. I mean, it's good for a starting area because it's so close to a warm area that you can just pop in, grab some, and then get out without even needing winter gear. But it's just not as abundant as is on that other coast. It's the only downfall I could see in that area. But there we go. We made a bunch more polymer. I can make tons more. In fact, I can make 100 or almost 200. But I decided to cancel because we actually don't need that much polymer. Scuba gear. So we need 40 hide, 4 fiber, 2 metal ingots, and 40 polymer for the pants. It provides little defense, but tremendous hypothermal insulation, specifically when underwater. So it doesn't provide any, I believe, unless you're underwater. So you can't just wear these instead of the fur. We're going to craft one of those, not 2. But that's the only thing that really needs polymer. I mean, this one only needs 3 pieces for the tank. Otherwise, it's mostly the metal ingots and hide. So that's pretty nice. The goggles only need 15 hide, 6 fiber, 10 crystals, and 3 silica pearls. So we'll make one of those. And then 12 hide, 5 fiber, 12 chitin, 6 cementing paste, and 4 silica pearls for the flippers. And there we go. We have a full set. I'm not going all the way up to the north or to the ocean. I'm just gonna pop these on, and we're gonna test them out in our little pond. So basically, how the scuba tanks work is, if I remember right, is that it has durability. And it's the only thing, other than being attacked, that wears down on you. Why is there no gloves? I just realized I didn't make any gloves. I thought for sure there was scuba gloves. I guess not. Alright, so you can wear your own gloves for protection. But there we go. See, you walk really, really slowly. Like this is me running. Yep, me running with the flippers. But they work way better in the water. Wait a second here. Scuba. I thought they said they were something else. Okay. And then the goggles, of course, they work much better underwater as well. So let's go ahead and put this pike away. Look like a crazy man walking around with a pike and scuba goggles on. You guys have any eggs for me? You do! Just in case I ever decide to tame another T-Rex. Let's do this. Boop. Oh yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and take these off. And we're gonna attack already. Forgot to check for the piranhas. There's always piranhas in here. Come here, you bugger. You know you want some. You want a little nibble. Be honest. Give you a taste of this. Alright. Is that it? I think so. But here it is without the goggles. And here it is with the goggles. Pretty similar, but it's a little brighter, I would say. And I think that's the biggest thing, is when you start going in those deep waters, having that little bit of extra brightness helps. That's why they got that new mount that allows the light on it. I can't remember what it was, but we killed a bunch of them. But here we are, swimming normally, and then with our flipper on. Wow, look at how much our armor went down with just those couple nibbles. Oh yeah, that's much nicer. This is me sprinting, by the way. Oh wait, no, sprinting doesn't matter when you're swimming, that's right. Oh, that's nice. You definitely get away from megalodons with this thing. I don't know, I've never seen Mosasaurus, so I don't know how quick those... Plesiosaurus, that'd probably catch you. But basically, I'm not going to do the tank, but that just automatically... basically, how the tank works, I got sidetracked, is it provides oxygen as long as its durability is full. But the minute it starts being used, the durability starts going down on it. And so once the durability goes out, then it doesn't have any more oxygen. It's basically the air meter in your thing. And so when you want to repair this, when you repair it, that's how you fix it. Okay, 1 second. When you repair it, you refill it. That's how that works. So that's pretty cool. We'll have to test how well those insulate against the cold, but I imagine if you're underwater where it gets really, really cold, it probably is just good enough, because if I think about it, the temperature probably doesn't vary that much when you're underwater compared to when you're in the snow biome. So it's probably set at a certain degree and it never changes really, except for when you go deeper. Be interesting to see how deep you can get. Go ahead and pick those up. Because I kind of need to go get more silica pearls. So that'd be really nice being able to swim around real quickly to find those. And not having to surface all the time. I forgot I left you on. Let's go ahead and make some more polymer. See? Make 170. I'll leave that last bit in case I need the cementing paste. I'm thinking I might need it for the Quetzal saddle. That's cool. I should put some clothes on. A little indecent, reckon. Alright, there we go. Much better. But I was trying to figure out why I couldn't find the recipe for that one, and it's because the turrets I want to make are 85 and 90. Yeah, there's still stuff past 85. This is the Gatling turret, I believe it's called, and it basically uses advanced bullets, and it's a hand crank. It's like a minigun, old school, where you crank it to fire it. It's man-powered, so you don't need electricity, which is cool, so you don't need a generator to power it, so you throw it on any platform without needing that generator as a weakness. Because that's the thing, when you use some of these auto turrets, all they have to do is take out your power source, and then the auto turret won't shoot at anything. I don't remember if one's more powerful than the other. I know this does like 3-4 times more power damage to dinosaurs compared to like if you were using an assault rifle. So that's why they're really helpful for PvP. But I don't remember if they're the same damage or maybe it's a little bit more because it's hand cranked. I hear music like something's getting attacked. And now it's gone. Alright, let's do a wall run. It's only downfall. I always find something trying to cut in my base. And then it disappears. There's a Dilo over here. You know what, Dilo? I'm gonna go feed you to some megalodons. I think you were probably the one. But we'll check to see. Oh wait, no. There's a Carno over here. That was probably it. I'm gonna throw you in this pond anyways. Okay. Let's do this, Mr. Carno. But yeah, that last one is a missile launcher, actually, which is pretty sweet if you think about it. The missile launcher turret, I don't know how much damage it does do against dinosaurs, but I think it's more of a base thing. Of course, it could be for dinosaurs, a Gigantosaurus, but the goal is I want to get leveled up, so I'm going to try to work off camera again to get a bunch more levels, unless I find something to do. Like, I'm trying to think, I don't want to... Shh. clear off all the dinosaurs because I realized there's all those gigantos, and I want to test something. I want to go up there with the Quetzal. Let's go ahead and plop you up next to your parents. I can get you off your dad. And I want to go up there with a Quetzal saddle loaded with turrets, and I want to see if we can take down a Gigantosaurus. I know this sounds crazy, but think about it. How much XP would you get from taking out something that massive? I mean, that's huge. It has to give a really good boost. And so if we could do that, either by killing it ourselves, or I thought it'd be kind of neat to see if we could turn one into rage mode, and if it would turn on its brethren. Remember that mountain just covered in Gigantos? Imagine a whole free-for-all where like all 6 or 7 or 8 of them are just fighting each other. That'd be such carnage. It'd be so cool to watch, just to see the death and destruction those things would cause. So it's something I'd like to try with the Quetzal, but I'm going to need some more ammunition, so hopefully by making a bunch of ammunition, we'll top off our XP that we need, because it's still going up from all the polymer I'm making right now. And we'll get that. Oh, you upgraded again. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more health. Oh, and a little more health. Nice. 2 levels from that big guy. And there we go, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.